Desire is a powerful force, but it can be easily misdirected. When your heart longs for someone, it's essential to discern whether that desire aligns with God's purpose or simply stems from your own emotions. God places desires in our hearts that serve his divine plan, and recognizing the signs of a godly desire can bring clarity, peace, and assurance. Let us explore 4 key signs that help you discern whether your desires are divinely inspired. When your desire for someone aligns with God's purpose for your life, it carries a unique sense of harmony that cannot be manufactured or faked. This alignment is not just about attraction or compatibility, it is about destiny. God does not bring people into your life merely for convenience or comfort. He connects you with those who are integral to your journey and purpose. This kind of connection goes beyond surface level feelings or fleeting emotions. It taps into the very core of who you are and the assignment God has placed upon your life. When God places someone in your life as part of his divine plan, their presence becomes a catalyst for the fulfillment of your calling. This person will not only complement your strengths, but will also challenge you to rise above your limitations. They will see the potential within you that aligns with God's vision and will encourage you to pursue it with diligence and faith. Their presence will not be a distraction or a detour, but a reinforcement of the path God has set before you. This alignment is also marked by a shared sense of mission. When God is in the midst of a desire, it becomes evident that you are both moving in the same direction. It is not just about what you desire individually, but about what you can achieve together for his glory. Your goals, dreams, and aspirations will naturally complement each other, creating a partnership that is not only meaningful but purposeful. In this type of connection, there is no competition or envy, only mutual edification. The relationship becomes a safe place where both individuals can grow, thrive, and build each other up. There is a divine synergy that fosters unity and shared commitment, making the relationship a powerful force for good. Together, you reflect the nature of God's love, demonstrating the beauty of unity and purpose in a way that honors him and inspires others. When you examine the desires of your heart, ask yourself if the person you are drawn to propels you closer to your destiny. Do they inspire you to live with greater faith, discipline, and courage? Do they help you see the bigger picture of what God is doing in your life? If the answer is yes, then this desire may very well be part of his divine plan for you. In the end, a desire that aligns with God's purpose is not about satisfying personal needs, but about fulfilling his higher calling through a partnership that reflects his glory. When a desire for someone is truly from God, it carries a peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace is not fleeting or dependent on circumstances, but is anchored in the assurance that God is in control. It is not a peace that can be manufactured by human effort or willpower, but one that emanates from the Spirit of God working within you. This peace silences the noise of doubt, quiets the whispers of insecurity, and calms the storms of uncertainty. It reassures you that this connection is unfolding in divine order. When a desire is not from God, it often feels rushed, forced, or chaotic. There is a sense of striving to make things work, as if the weight of the entire relationship rests solely on your shoulders. But when God is the author of your desire, there is no need for manipulation, no need to twist circumstances, and no need to compromise your values to maintain the connection. Everything unfolds in its proper time and place, as though an unseen hand is guiding the process. This peace brings clarity and confidence. It allows you to approach the relationship with patience, knowing that you don't have to grasp for control. When you experience this kind of peace, you understand that God's timing is perfect and his plans are good. You no longer feel the pressure to act out of fear or desperation. Instead, you can rest in the knowledge that what God has ordained will come to pass without unnecessary striving. Moreover, this peace also protects your heart and mind. It keeps you grounded in faith rather than driven by fleeting emotions. It ensures that your actions are rooted in wisdom and love rather than impulsiveness or insecurity. This peace becomes a compass guiding you toward decisions that align with God's will. It enables you to discern the difference between what is merely desirable and what is divinely appointed. When you sense this peace, it is a confirmation that God is orchestrating something greater than you can see. It is a reminder that He is the foundation of this connection, and His presence guarantees stability and security. The peace of God is not just a feeling, it is a testimony of His involvement. It reminds you that when He is at the center, there is no need to fear, no need to rush, and no need to doubt. His peace becomes the evidence that your desire is rooted in His purpose, allowing you to walk forward with confidence and joy. When a desire for someone is from God, it creates an environment where growth is not just possible, but inevitable. This kind of connection challenges you to become the best version of yourself, not through force or manipulation, but through inspiration and encouragement. A relationship aligned with divine purpose is not static, it is dynamic, constantly pushing you to new levels of maturity, faith, and character. This growth is mutual. As both individuals sharpen one another, much like iron sharpens iron, cultivating a partnership that thrives on shared development. In such a connection, personal weaknesses are not exploited but are lovingly addressed. The person God places in your life will see not only your potential but also your areas for improvement. They will not tear you down for your shortcomings but will gently guide and support you in overcoming them. This relationship becomes a safe space where vulnerability is met with understanding and where failure is met with encouragement to try again. It is in this environment of mutual trust that true transformation takes place. Furthermore, this person will challenge you to step into your God-given purpose with confidence. They will not allow you to settle for mediocrity or to remain stagnant in your spiritual, emotional, or personal life. Instead, they will call out the greatness within you, often seeing it before you fully recognize it yourself. Their words, actions, and presence will serve as a constant reminder of who you are called to be, inspiring you to pursue excellence in every area of your life. Growth in a divine relationship also extends beyond the individual to the collective. Together, you will create a partnership that is greater than the sum of its parts. Your combined strengths and abilities will enable you to accomplish things that neither of you could achieve alone. This synergy is a hallmark of a relationship that is guided by a higher purpose as it reflects the power of unity and cooperation under God's direction. This mutual growth is not without challenges. There will be moments of tension and disagreement, but even these are opportunities for refinement. God uses these moments to teach patience, humility, and forgiveness, ensuring that the relationship becomes a place of grace and not condemnation. Through these challenges, both individuals become stronger, wiser, and more attuned to God's voice. In the end, a connection that fosters mutual growth is one that glorifies God. It demonstrates His transformative power, not only in the individuals, but also in their partnership. Such a relationship becomes a living testimony of His ability to bring people together for a purpose greater than themselves, a purpose that impacts not just their lives, but the lives of those around them. This is the hallmark of a connection rooted in divine intention, where growth is both the journey and the destination. When your desire for someone is truly from God, prayer becomes the central pillar that confirms and clarifies His will. Prayer is not just a ritual or a mere request. It is a deep, intimate dialogue with the Creator who knows the desires of your heart better than you do. It is in prayer that the divine exchange happens, where you present your feelings, uncertainties, and hopes, and in return, God imparts wisdom, peace, and confirmation. Through prayer, you align your heart with God's purpose. If the desire for someone is from Him, He will begin to affirm it in ways that resonate deeply within your spirit. You will experience moments where Scripture speaks directly to your situation as though the words were written specifically for you in that moment. These revelations are not coincidences, they are God's way of guiding and reassuring you. His word becomes a lamp to your feet, illuminating the path forward. God also confirms His will through godly counsel. When you submit your desires to Him in prayer, He often uses people around you, those who are spiritually mature and aligned with His principles, to provide guidance and encouragement. These individuals, whether mentors, pastors, or trusted friends, will often speak into your life in ways that reinforce what you have already sensed in prayer. Their words will bring clarity, not confusion, as they echo the truth of what God is already revealing. In prayer, you will also find patience and the ability to wait for God's timing. If a desire is from Him, He will not rush you into decisions that lead to chaos or regret. Instead, He will teach you to trust His process. As you seek Him consistently, He will reveal His plans piece by piece, ensuring that you are prepared for what lies ahead. This preparation is vital as it aligns not just your emotions, but also your mind and spirit with His divine timing. God often uses prayer as a way to test the authenticity of your desire. When you lay your feelings at His feet, you allow Him to purify them. If your desire is self-centered or driven by fleeting emotions, prayer will expose that. But if it is divinely inspired, prayer will strengthen and refine it, giving you the endurance to see it through. This testing is not meant to discourage you, but to ensure that what you pursue is truly aligned with His will. Confirmation through prayer is not always immediate, but it is always certain. God may use unexpected circumstances to affirm His will, an open door, a divine appointment, or a sense of peace that surpasses understanding. These moments are His way of saying, this is the path, walk in it. They remind you that He is actively involved in your life, orchestrating every detail for your good and His glory. Ultimately, prayer is where the sacred transaction takes place. It is where your desires are surrendered and transformed into His desires. If the person you long for is truly from God, prayer will not only confirm it, but will also prepare you to steward that relationship with wisdom, grace, and purpose. Through prayer, you gain the confidence to move forward, knowing that you are walking in alignment with the one who holds your future in His hands. When a desire for someone is truly from God, it is marked by shared values and a united faith. This connection goes beyond physical attraction or emotional compatibility. It is built on a foundation that honors God and reflects His principles. Shared values act as the bedrock of the relationship, ensuring that both individuals are moving in the same direction, guided by the same moral compass and spiritual convictions. Values are not just abstract ideas, they are the core beliefs that shape decisions, actions, and priorities. When God is the author of your desire, He aligns your values with the person He has chosen for you. You will find that your perspectives on essential matters such as integrity, purpose, family, and faith are not only similar but deeply resonant. This alignment creates a harmony that fosters trust and mutual respect, allowing the relationship to flourish in unity. Faith, too, becomes a central pillar in this connection. When your desire for someone is divinely inspired, both individuals will share a common commitment to walking with God. This shared faith serves as an anchor, keeping the relationship steady even in the midst of life storms. Together, you will seek God's guidance in your decisions, pray for one another, and encourage each other in your spiritual journey. This unity in faith creates a bond that is not easily broken, for it is rooted in something eternal. This alignment in values and faith also protects the relationship from unnecessary conflict and division. When both individuals are guided by the same principles, they approach challenges with a shared mindset. Disagreements may arise, but they are navigated with grace and understanding as both parties prioritize God's will over personal pride or preferences. This shared foundation ensures that the relationship is not derailed by petty disagreements or mismatched priorities. Moreover, shared values and faith provide a vision for the future. When your desires align with God's plan, you will find that your goals, dreams, and aspirations naturally complement one another. You will see a clear path forward where your individual callings converge to create a shared purpose. This vision becomes a source of inspiration and motivation as both individuals work together to fulfill their God-given assignments. This kind of connection also serves as a testimony to others. A relationship built on shared values and faith reflects the love, unity, and purpose that God desires for His people. It becomes a beacon of hope, demonstrating what is possible when two individuals are aligned with His will. Such a relationship is not just a blessing to the couple, but also to their families, communities, and everyone who witnesses the power of their partnership. Ultimately, a connection marked by shared values and faith honors God. It is a relationship that glorifies Him in every aspect, from the way you treat one another to the impact you have on the world around you. This unity is a reminder that when God is at the center, He brings two lives together in a way that is purposeful, enduring, and filled with His grace. It is through this alignment that a relationship transcends the ordinary, becoming a divine partnership that fulfills his plans and brings him glory. When your desire for someone aligns with God's plan, it will always be synchronized with his perfect timing. God is not bound by human schedules, impatience, or societal expectations. He operates on a divine timeline, one that is orchestrated with precision and care to bring about his best for your life. When your heart is aligned with his will, the timing of events will reflect his mastery, not human manipulation or striving. God's timing is not just about when something happens, but also about how prepared you are to receive it. If the desire for someone is from him, he will ensure that you are both spiritually, emotionally, and even practically ready to embrace the relationship. This preparation period is not a delay, it is a season of refinement. During this time, he works on your character, your priorities, and your faith to ensure that you are equipped to steward the relationship well. Similarly, he is preparing the other person to meet you in a place of wholeness and purpose. When the timing is right, the unfolding of the relationship will be marked by a sense of ease and divine order. You won't feel the need to force circumstances or rush into decisions out of fear of missing out. Instead, doors will open naturally, opportunities will present themselves without unnecessary striving, and events will fall into place as if guided by an unseen hand. This seamless progression is one of the clearest indicators that God is at work, aligning everything according to his perfect plan. The beauty of God's timing is that it protects you from settling for less than his best. When you wait on him, you avoid the pitfalls of pursuing relationships out of impatience, loneliness, or pressure. These premature connections often lead to frustration, heartache, and regret. But when you trust his timing, you step into a relationship that is fully aligned with his purpose, bringing peace and fulfillment rather than stress and confusion. However, God's timing often requires patience and trust. There may be moments when you feel ready, but the relationship doesn't seem to be progressing. These are not moments of denial, but of preparation. In such times, God is teaching you to rely on him, to surrender your desires to his will, and to trust that he is working behind the scenes. It is in this waiting that your faith is strengthened, your priorities are refined, and your dependency on him deepens. When the relationship finally comes into fruition, it will not only feel right, but will also bear the unmistakable marks of divine orchestration. The circumstances surrounding your connection will be a testament to God's faithfulness and sovereignty. You will see how he brought you together in a way that neither of you could have orchestrated on your own. This realization will fill you with gratitude and awe, knowing that his ways are always higher than your own. In the end, God's timing ensures that the relationship serves his purpose and brings glory to him. It is a reminder that he is not only the giver of good gifts, but also the one who knows the perfect moment to bestow them. Trusting his timing is an act of faith that demonstrates your belief in his goodness, wisdom, and love. When you align your desires with his schedule, you position yourself to receive not just what you want, but what he has perfectly prepared for you. When your desire for someone aligns with God's will, it will be accompanied by a profound sense of purpose. God does not unite people merely for personal happiness or companionship. He brings them together to fulfill a greater mission. This sense of purpose transcends personal preferences or emotions. It is rooted in the understanding that the relationship is designed to bring glory to God and to advance his kingdom on earth. A relationship aligned with God's purpose will inspire you to look beyond yourself. It will challenge you to consider how the connection can impact the world around you. The union becomes a partnership that seeks to serve others, uplift communities, and reflect the love and grace of God in tangible ways. This kind of relationship is not self-serving, but outward focused, demonstrating the power of unity in accomplishing God's work. This purpose often reveals itself through shared vision and complementary strengths. The person God places in your life will not only align with your values, but will also share a passion for the things that matter to him. Together, you will find that your individual callings merge into a collective assignment. This shared purpose becomes the driving force of the relationship, giving it depth and significance beyond personal gratification. When a relationship carries divine purpose, it also becomes a source of strength and encouragement. You and your partner will continually spur each other toward the fulfillment of your God-given destinies. You will pray together, dream together, and work together, knowing that your connection is not an accident but a divine appointment. This mutual support is not only comforting but also empowering, as it equips you to face challenges with courage and faith. Such a relationship is also marked by intentionality. You approach it with a mindset of stewardship, recognizing that it is a gift from God that must be nurtured and protected. This sense of responsibility assures that the relationship remains focused on its higher purpose, avoiding distractions or behaviors that could derail its mission. It calls for maturity, discipline, and a commitment to keeping God at the center of everything you do. A purpose-filled relationship also has a ripple effect. It inspires others to see what is possible when two people come together under God's guidance. Your union becomes a testimony of His faithfulness, demonstrating how He can use ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary things. This influence extends beyond your immediate circle, touching lives and creating a legacy that honors God for generations to come. Ultimately, the sense of purpose that accompanies a God-ordained relationship provides clarity and direction. It eliminates confusion and doubt as both individuals understand why they are together and what they are called to achieve. This purpose becomes the foundation upon which the relationship is built, ensuring that it remains strong and resilient even in the face of trials. In the end, a relationship with divine purpose is not just a blessing to those involved, it is a reflection of God's character and His plans for humanity. It is a reminder that He brings people together not just to meet their needs, but to fulfill His greater plan. Such a connection is a living example of His love, power, and wisdom, and it serves as a testament to His ability to work all things together for good. When a desire for someone is truly from God, it brings peace and assurance to your heart. This peace transcends all understanding, providing a deep sense of tranquility that settles within your spirit, even in the midst of uncertainty or confusion. It is not the absence of challenges, but the unwavering confidence that you are in alignment with God's will. This peace confirms that the relationship, despite the unknowns, is guided by His hand and that the steps you take are part of a divine plan. The peace that accompanies a God-ordained relationship is different from the fleeting sense of satisfaction that comes from mere emotional fulfillment or temporary happiness. It is a deep, abiding peace that surpasses your own understanding of the situation. When you sense that God is leading you towards someone, there is an unshakable assurance that He is orchestrating everything, and you are simply walking in obedience to His plan. This peace permeates every aspect of your being, mind, body, and spirit, giving you the clarity to move forward with confidence. This peace is also a shield against fear and doubt. When you are uncertain about the future of the relationship, God's peace will anchor you, reminding you that He is in control. Fear has no place in a relationship guided by divine purpose, for it cannot coexist with the assurance that God is with you every step of the way. The peace you experience serves as a guard for your heart and mind, preventing anxiety and negative thoughts from overtaking your perspective. Moreover, God's peace in your heart will give you the discernment to know when to take action and when to wait. It helps you make decisions with wisdom and patience, avoiding the impulse to rush ahead based on emotions or pressure from others. When a relationship is guided by peace, decisions regarding it are made with careful consideration, prayer, and trust that God will open the right doors at the right time. The absence of peace is a warning sign that you may be veering off course or pursuing something outside of God's will. Additionally, peace brings unity between you and the other person. It dissolves conflict and creates an environment of harmony and mutual respect. You may face disagreements or differences of opinion, but the peace of God will guide you in handling these situations with grace, humility, and understanding. It prevents petty arguments from escalating and encourages open, honest communication. In a relationship where peace reigns, love is the foundation and mutual understanding becomes the key to resolving issues. God's peace also acts as a confirmation of His presence in the relationship. It is a sign that He is at the center, guiding both individuals toward a higher purpose. When you are in a relationship that is truly from God, you will experience moments where that peace is so evident and overwhelming that it is almost tangible. This sense of divine assurance is not only a comfort to you, but also to those around you who may witness the relationship. They will see a couple that operates with calm assurance, trusting in God's plan, and it will be evident to all that his peace is the foundation of the bond you share. Ultimately, the peace that comes from God is a reflection of his perfect will. It assures you that you are in the right place at the right time, doing exactly what you are meant to do. It eliminates confusion and brings clarity, making it clear that the desire for this relationship is part of a greater divine purpose. This peace strengthens your trust in God's ability to guide, protect, and provide, and it allows you to walk forward with confidence, knowing that his hand is upon the relationship, leading it toward fulfillment. When your desire for someone aligns with God's plan, it will always be characterized by growth and transformation. A relationship that is truly orchestrated by God is not meant to keep you stagnant. It is designed to push you toward becoming the best version of yourself. Both individuals in such a relationship will find that their connection not only deepens their love for one another, but also inspires spiritual, emotional, and personal growth. God does not bring people together simply to maintain the status quo or to indulge in comfort. Instead, he uses relationships to refine character, challenge weaknesses, and shape hearts. This process of growth can sometimes be uncomfortable because it stretches you beyond what is familiar, pushing you into new areas of understanding and maturity. But it is in this process that you become more like the person God intends for you to be. The growth that occurs within a relationship guided by God is also one of mutual development. Both individuals are not just learning from each other, but also encouraging and supporting each other's development. It is a dynamic partnership where each person is committed to the other's well-being and success. This kind of relationship pushes both partners toward greater purpose, helping them grow in their faith, their emotional intelligence, and their capacity to love deeply. As you walk this journey together, you will find that your personal weaknesses, areas where you may have been insecure or immature, begin to surface. And while this can feel uncomfortable, it is in these moments that God does his most transformative work. He will use your partner to reflect aspects of yourself that need to be healed, refined, or perfected. Likewise, your partner's weaknesses will be brought to light, and together you will navigate these challenges with grace, understanding, and the desire to grow both individually and as a couple. Growth in such a relationship also means that your dreams and visions begin to expand. When you are connected to someone who shares your values and is aligned with God's will, you begin to see possibilities that you may not have imagined on your own. Together, you will begin to dream about the future in a way that is not limited by fear or doubt, but driven by faith and the desire to serve a greater purpose. This shared vision opens up new avenues of growth personally, spiritually, and professionally as you support each other's goals and aspirations. This growth, however, is not always linear. There will be moments of challenge, conflict, and even frustration. But it is through these moments that true growth happens. Conflict becomes an opportunity to learn more about each other's perspectives, to practice patience, and to develop deeper empathy. Every obstacle is a chance to practice forgiveness, humility, and unconditional love. Overcoming challenges together strengthens the bond between you, proving that the relationship is not based on fleeting emotions, but on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and a shared commitment to God's purpose. A relationship that fosters growth also encourages both individuals to become more Christ-like in their character. As you interact with one another, you will learn to love sacrificially, to forgive without hesitation, and to offer grace even when it is hard. God uses your partner to teach you these qualities, and in turn, you will do the same for them. This mutual growth results in a deepened relationship with God as both individuals draw closer to him through the challenges, victories, and everyday moments shared together. Ultimately, a God-ordained relationship will not leave you the same as when it began. The transformation that occurs is not just about becoming better individuals, but also about becoming more aligned with God's divine purpose for your life. It's about stepping into the fullness of who he has created you to be, understanding that the relationship is part of his plan to refine you, stretch you, and prepare you for something greater. The growth you experience together will bring you closer not only to one another, but to the heart of God himself as you both walk out his perfect will for your lives. When your desire for someone aligns with God's will, it will lead you to a place of service and sacrifice. True love, as designed by God, is not about personal fulfillment or self-centered desires. It is about laying down your life for the other person. This is the essence of Christ-like love, a love that sacrifices, gives, and serves without expecting anything in return. In such a relationship, both individuals are continually seeking ways to serve and support one another, not out of obligation, but out of a genuine love rooted in God's purpose. At the heart of a relationship that is guided by God is the understanding that your lives are not your own. When you enter into a partnership with someone, it is not simply about fulfilling your own needs or desires. It is about serving the other person in love, sometimes in ways that are difficult or inconvenient. This sacrifice is not about losing yourself, but rather about growing into the person God created you to be through selflessness. It is in this act of giving that both individuals discover the depth of God's love for them and for the world. Service in a relationship requires a humble heart, one that is not focused on receiving but on giving. It means choosing to put the other person's needs above your own, even when it feels like a sacrifice. It could mean staying up late to listen, putting aside your personal goals to support theirs, or offering grace when it's hard. In every moment, you are called to demonstrate the love of Christ, which goes beyond what is comfortable or easy. It is a love that challenges your selfishness, breaks down your pride, and elevates the needs of the other person. This selfless service is not one-sided, it flows both ways. In a relationship that is orchestrated by God, both partners are committed to serving each other in a spirit of humility and mutual respect. This mutual service strengthens the bond between you and helps you to see each other not just as partners, but as service to one another. There will be moments when one partner is weak, and it is in these moments that the strength of the other person will shine. Your ability to serve each other in times of difficulty will solidify the relationship and demonstrate a deep commitment to one another that transcends simple affection. In addition, sacrificial love serves a higher purpose. It becomes a vehicle through which both individuals grow closer to God. Serving each other in this way is an act of obedience to God, for He commands us to love one another as He has loved us. When you sacrifice for your partner, you are not just serving them, but you are serving God by honoring His command to love unconditionally. The act of service becomes an offering to God, a tangible demonstration of your faith and trust in His plan. This service also extends beyond just the couple. It reaches out into the world. A relationship guided by God's purpose will naturally lead you both to serve others. As you grow in your commitment to each other, you will begin to see the broader impact of your relationship. Your union will become a testimony to others, showing what true love and sacrifice look like. It will challenge others to step out of their comfort zones and love more deeply as they witness the selflessness and devotion you demonstrate to each other. Furthermore, sacrificial love builds trust and intimacy. It is only when you are willing to lay yourself down for another person that true vulnerability and intimacy can thrive. When both individuals serve one another sacrificially, it creates an atmosphere where trust can deepen and where both partners feel safe, known, and loved. This environment of love and trust provides the foundation for a relationship that is resilient, strong, and able to withstand the test of time. Ultimately, when your desire for someone is from God, it leads you to a life of service that transforms both you and the person you love. This service is not about expecting rewards or recognition, but about reflecting the love of Christ in all you do. It is in the sacrificial moments that you find the deepest fulfillment, not because it is easy, but because it is through sacrifice that you are most aligned with God's heart. This kind of love, which serves and sacrifices for the other, is the truest expression of the relationship God intends for you, a love that is enduring, transformative, and ultimately brings glory to Him. If you find yourself desiring someone, take it to God in prayer. Ask for wisdom and discernment. Trust that He knows what is best for you and that His plans are always for your good. When your desires align with His will, they will bear fruit that glorifies Him and brings joy to your life.